How's the audio sound? It's good?
What's wrong with the audio?
What's wrong with the audio? 4, 3, 2, 1.
Check, check, check.
Go to rebroadcast.
Okay. No more.
Boom.
Well, he is at very least an enigma, a newly elected lawmaker who has been called a liar and a fraud. Have you apologized for some of the whoppers that you let loose?
You know what? I've relitigated this several times with several different shows. At this point, I feel I don't have to do that anymore. I've said my piece. I just want to get past this and get to work, and that's what I've been doing. My staff.
Me too.
Speaking of peel, is it true that you have an OnlyFans page and you can peel a banana with your feet?
I don't have one, and it's,
I'll indulge you this. I just discovered what OnlyFans was about 3 weeks ago when it was brought up in a discussion in my office.
What do you think?
And I was oblivious to the whole concept.
You just can't tell the truth. All right, so how many times have you seen the movie Catch Me If You Can?
Ooh, Kennedy hitting him with a little bit of that Gen X attitude. Ooh, reality bites. I'm gonna go listen to Pavement after this.
Shut up, Kennedy.
Okay, so this is from the New York Times today. How Santos, George Santos, he sounds like this.
I'm not here to play stupid games with a crystal flute.
Why not? How Santos spent donor money, Ferragamo, OnlyFans, and Botox. Ooh, this is him getting Botox. Actually, we should tell George Santos. As far as Botox goes,
No more. No more.
George, you've been a great sport. I do appreciate you. And until they kick all the other liars out of Congress, I think you better stay put because
That's
you
true.
actually do
Not a
have
bad
some
point.
good legislation. So
Kennedy's insane, but she is right here. She is correct on this one. It's almost like Georgie Santos looked at the United States government. He sees like Nancy Pelosi doing, insider trading, and all these people doing insider trading. All these scams and flim-flams that these people are up to. And he just went,
Me too.
It's just that he seems to be doing it in a much funnier way, where there's like a paper trail that leads right to him. I guess that's the difference with Georgie Santos, is that he's just doing low-level, funnier crime. So there we go. Amazing congratulations to Georgie.
For his amazing achievement.
As person of the
Toilets.
Person of that.
The Marvel's movie meltdown. Ladies and gentlemen, the MCU is dying. It may be dead. Man, a lot of people have told me that they stopped watching after Avengers Endgame in 2019. But let me tell you this. Get woke, go broke on a massive scale.
Right.
And for those that don't care all that much about Marvel, bear with me.
It's weird that you bring that up, Tim, because I actually don't care about it, and I don't care about you talking about it. That's sort of interesting, right? Anyway, I gotta go. Bye.
Okay.
Anyway.
I'm leaving. No more.
I actually am kind of interested in this. I saw these stories about the Marvels, and all these stories were like, the Marvels opened this week, and it did this. How did the Marvels do on its opening week? Well,
Make pee-pee.
Take a doo-doo pie.
Bye-bye.
man, those box office numbers for the Marvels looking like...
A crystal flute.
Those box office numbers looking...
Weird.
The Marvels has the lowest Marvel Cinematic Universe opening weekend of all time. Whoa.
I'm leaving.
Look, guys, let's be honest. What do we care if this movie didn't make any money? I mean, none of us were producers on this goddamn thing, so what do we care, So I'm not really interested in that, and there are a lot of great movies that didn't, make a lot of money or whatever, who cares? But what I am kind of interested in is what's going on in the mind of the public. Ooh, what's going on in the mind of the public that they're, turned off of the Marvel crap? Because usually they look at the Marvel movies and they say,
Adult baby.
And for those that don't care all that much about Marvel, bear with me. The segment is not so I can break down the finer workings of a superhero movie.
Thank God.
It's to talk about how they are destroying American culture.
They are destroying American culture.
Oh, no.
Why they're doing it, and what is actually happening.
Yes, please, oh newsman, my newsman, please explain it. Goddamn you son of a bitch, you.
It's quite simple, my friends. When you try to shift the culture instantly, it doesn't work.
Okay.
And that's what we're seeing.
How so?
Activists and
cultural... Hey, how so?
Activists and cultural Marxist revolutionaries in these industries.
When I watch these Tim Pool videos, I say out loud, there's no one around, but I say out loud, time to learn. And what I learned, because I did want to know, why did this movie bomb so bad? It is an interesting thing. Why did this movie bomb so bad? And Tim Pool explains it's because there are girls in it. if a movie does not have boys only, that is infringing upon my Second Amendment rights.
That is imposing upon my Second Amendment rights somehow.
I love my newsman, but his story runs into a little bit of a problem here.
Flash. The Flash. A major bomb with 3.9 million.
Right.
I thought it was okay, but the movie bombed miserably.
Right. No girls. Not a girl in sight in that movie. Right? It's because if the main characters are girls, that's woke, and that'll make your movie bomb. Right? Remember? I do love that he would say this when literally like a month and a half, 2 months ago, the Barbie movie made like $4 bajillion.
When conservatives complain about woke movies like this, I'm like, I agree. Y'all need to do the inverse too and cheer and celebrate for Captain America. Dude, I'm pointing the finger at all the people who are like, superhero movies are dumb.
He's in these movies.
No way.
He's in these movies.
I want you right now. I want you to get your kids to watch
He's in these movies.
Captain America. And I'll break it down and tell you why. Steve Rogers in this movie, scrawny, weak, gets beat up in a fight, but refuses to back down.
Oh.
Yo, that scene where he's in the alley and the dude punches him in the face and he's like, I can do this all day. Scrawny, weak guy, but strong-willed. Even though he wasn't the toughest, even though he had health ailments, there was the mental fortitude. That's the message you want kids to have. And he wants to join.
So we don't need our kids indoctrinated with these movies that allow girls in them. Okay? That's A. What kind of movies do we need to watch? Movies where a character overcomes some kind of adversity. I love the example he gives. Captain America was getting punched in the face, but he kept coming back. I want to remind everybody, too, he's yet to explain why this movie is what makes it woke. And when you make a movie woke, people don't want to see it, you know? What we know about this movie so far is that there's not only white people in it, and there's women in it.
Now let me talk to you about culture.
I actually got to go.
And why this matters.
Oh, okay.
You have these movies. Iron Man starts the MCU franchise, kicking it off, kaboom.
Okay.
White man.
Okay.
You have Thor, white man.
Boom.
You have Captain America, white man. And they say, see, the white men are the problem. No. No. You have the hero's journey.
All right.
You have the stories of self-sacrifice, being aided by magic, going on a quest, thrust into adventure.
Right, and in this movie, Brie Larson just sits in a chair for 2 hours, right? Which is actually kind of interesting. Very, very experimental. Very experimental kind of...
Pendejo! What they're doing now with the Marvels is they're trying to shatter, in an instant, this traditional storytelling we're so used to and we cherish.
Yes, we cherish tradition, Tim. Yeah, we get it. So they shattered storytelling. Let's get the explanation. Let's get an explanation on that, Tim. Come on.
Now, we all grew up on this.
Okay.
I just watched Blue Beetle. Sucked.
Okay.
Why? They're doing this thing where they're like, let's make a movie that speaks to the Hispanic population. And so all the characters are
Easy,
pro-communist. I kid you not. Blue Beetle was nuts.
Right.
It was like a pro-communist movie. It attacked the West for their stance on communism. I'm not kidding. Batman's a fascist. You all saw that clip. And it's a very Latino Hispanic family perspective. That I have no problem with, but understand this. The majority of people in this country have a traditional American view of society or expectations.
Okay.
It doesn't mean it's the only way to do things or the right way to do things. It's that these are the stories people expect.
Yeah, Tim's the only guy who it's like you watch this and you're like, this guy might not know that he's uploading like a Nazi video.
We're winning, and we will win. Why? Because we carry the torch of the generations long since past.
Oh my God. Oh boy. Well, you don't. Your audience does. You know, and then they can't find a job because they were marching around with a torch, right? Okay, one more part here. One more part, and then we'll get away from this weirdo. Remember, we're talking about a Marvel movie. We're talking about a Marvel movie that didn't make as much money as they wanted to in the box office during its opening week.
But there was one thing that I wanted to do. I wanted to get another cat. Because I want the spark. It is not just the physical matter of being. The spark that makes Mr. Bocus our cat. His quirks, his behaviors, the funny things he does.
Okay.
I just want him to share that with another cat. Why? Then the legacy of Mr. Bocus will live on. I recommend...
What's the name of this video? Brie Larson Marvel movie bombs. Go get woke, go broke. This little...
Pendejo!
got 300,000 views on this in 3 days. Wow.
Bye-bye.
But there's a much more interesting, and at least it makes sense, explanation for why this thing bombed. It did worse than they wanted. How about that? I don't care. Okay, this is from Variety. And they say that the writer's strike might have had a little bit to do with it, but this is actually kind of interesting. It probably has to do with Disney's COVID-era strategy of quantity over quality. Captain Marvel arrived in theaters in an era when the MCU couldn't miss at the box office. But in the time since, Disney has inundated viewers with countless spin-offs, sequels, and TV series on both the big and small screen. On both the big screen, the small screen, and the
Toilets.
This definitely rings true to me. I would probably be a little more inclined to watch some of this superhero crap.
The superhero dreck.
You know, there's like one big superhero movie every once in a while. Oh, okay. But what these companies did was they just squeezed all the juice out of this thing. And when you do that, there's no juice left. Since the launch of Disney Plus in 2019, Marvel has released 9 television shows with 6 to 9 episodes each, in addition to the regular pace of 3 to 4 theatrical movies a year. Forget the casual viewer, it's a relentless pace for devoted comic book buffs.
You know, the world can be a bleak
here we
place
go.
and getting bleaker by the day, which is why it's all the more important to celebrate the good news when it comes. Rejoice in the victories,
What are you
which
talking
brings
about?
us to this past weekend and the opening of the latest installment in the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Nobody really wants to see female-led action movies.
Right.
The media isn't thinking very hard either. They've,
Including YouTube.
of course, decided that it must be sexism.
Right.
So here's an article in The Stylist laying the groundwork for this excuse. Quote, fresh off the back of first reviews, fake takes about the film have sadly started to circulate on X, formerly Twitter, from people who have not yet seen the movie.
Right.
This might sound familiar. The first trailer stirred the sexist trolls from their slumber. And after they review bombed Captain Marvel, it was almost inevitable that they would return to do the same for the sequel.
Right. It's
Within
literally what you're doing, right? Because it doesn't sound like you saw this movie.
Yes, now I think maybe we're on to something here.
I'm not sure.
So why did the movie actually flop? I think there are 2 reasons, both of
Right.
which we've already alluded to.
Right.
The first is that, for the most part,
Yeah.
the truth is, nobody really wants to see female-led action movies.
Right.
People are not that...
Except for Kill Bill, Black Widow, the first one of this sequel, Atomic Blonde. What are the other female action movies? Wonder Woman, Mad Max Fury Road, Aliens, Hunger Games. What's the girl Joker one? Girl Joker. Who cares? I mean, this is obvious. The first Captain Marvel movie crossed $1 billion, the $1 billion mark. And if you look at the movies, like the highest grossing movies, the ones that have crossed $1 billion, $2 billion, all this crap, they're just littered with Marvel movies. There's like Marvel. These movies have made so goddamn much money that you can kind of see what happened here, what's going on here. It looks like these studios were like, ooh, we have a money machine. Make the money machine as big and fast as possible. So the money machine's like, you know, churning out money, but it's like lurching around. The money machine's lurching around like ink is dripping out of it, you know? Like, that's what these movies are becoming. They're just kind of blurring together.
Oh, well, goddamn it, guys, it's Friday. Oh, goddamn it, guys.
I keep forgetting to do this. I've been forgetting to do this for months and months.
And months and months and months and months and months.
And months and months, okay? Which is that you have to like this video and subscribe to the channel.
This helps the channel, guys, because I am shadow banned on YouTube.
Shadow ban means they put you in the shadows.
You know, you're over in the shadows where nobody can click.
Why am I shadow banned in the first place? It's because the elites don't want this information out there because I challenge
their asses.
I do this to the elites. So if you have the time, if you don't have the time, forget it. Don't even bother. Today is
A crystal flute.
of a day. It's Friday.
Thank God.
Thank
Dead.
it's Friday. That is the day where we say,
I'm leaving.
hope you guys have a fun weekend. Do some of this.
Make pee-pee.
And you know what? Do a little bit of this.
That's how it flows.
Love you guys. Stay safe. And
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Hey guys,
Guess what?
you're not even getting the whole show. If you want every episode,
And a whole bunch of other
subscribe on Patreon.
Subscribe on Patreon for as little as 2 bones. Just click the stupid little link below the video in the comments.
See, right there.
There you go. Click it, and that, yep. When you become a patron for as little as 2 bones, you get the Tuesday, Thursday, patron-only episodes. You also get the weekly Book Oblega show where we talk about important books. The questions and comments thing where you can ask questions and make comments and all this crap.
All for less than the price of a rancid Charleston chew.
And for only 25 putrid little dollars,
You could become a producer.
that's right, support the show and get your name up here. Look at these people. Look at these people that make the show possible, okay? God. I mean, without these beautiful people, this show goes straight into the dumpster. A rotten, just wet, disgusting dumpster, behind a restaurant. So there's old milk in there. That's where this show ends up without these people. Is that what you want? Okay, I guess it's what you want. I'll just leave. No, it's done. It's too late. Okay? Here we go. Here's the dump truck. Here's the dump truck come to pick up the show. This is what would happen with no producers. Thank you.